Hello, and welcome to the Ohio Partnerships for Success grant program. Today we will be going through Module 4, reporting the results. My name is Catherine Kemp, and I'm an undergraduate research scholar at the Voinovich School of Leadership and Public Affairs at Ohio University in Athens. I have been part of instructional programs in the past, and I am excited to take you through all the steps and materials associated with the Young Adult Community Member Survey. This module is the fourth in a series of 4 modules designed to help community organizations collect, analyze, and report data using the Young Adult Community Member Survey. This module will explain how to open, print, and review the report tables that are automatically generated from your entered data. After completing this module, you will have finished all 4 modules in this instructional program. In Module 2, the Young Adult Community Member Survey's measures were outlined, and 3 steps were given in order to make plans prior to its survey administration, administer the survey, and collect and organize completed surveys. Key tasks included schedule 20 minutes for participants to take the survey, make sure space is available that allows for privacy, print surveys prior to administration, prepare a large envelope or survey collection box, introduce the survey to participants, hand out the survey and read the instructions, answer participants' questions following the guidelines given to you, collect all completed surveys, and place the completed surveys in a large envelope with administration details on the outside. In Module 3, all steps necessary to enter survey data into the Excel database were outlined. Key steps included number the surveys and keep them organized, do not wait to enter data, set aside a block of time to enter data, open the Excel database template and resave the file for data entry, resave the file for every new group of surveys, save data after data entry is complete, and verify data and save the final data file. Before we go through all of the steps in this module, please note that the tables worksheet does not contain a full report. The worksheet contains only tables that illustrate the demographic, alcohol use, and prescription drug misuse data entered by you from the surveys. Some tables within the tables worksheet break down into dichotomized tables, meaning they show all possible responses for a question combined into 2 categories. The general tables, which are non-dichotomized, follow reporting guidelines for the Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, also known as Ohio MOS. And the dichotomized tables for select variables follow reporting guidelines for the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, also known as SAMHSA. There are 3 steps involved in correctly opening, printing, and reviewing the report tables. The first step is to open the report tables. Once you have entered survey data, as instructed in Module 3, the tables are automatically produced in the Excel database file. To access these tables, click on the tab called Tables at the bottom of the screen in the Excel data file. This will take you directly to the appropriate worksheet. The image below shows a portion of the bottom of the Excel database file. Click on the word Tables, which will be directly next to the words Data Entry. The second step is to print the report tables. The report tables have been set up so they can be printed on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper with proper page breaks between tables. This allows for easier reviewing and sharing of the results. With the worksheet in the Excel data file called Tables open, you should now be able to print the file by selecting File in the upper menu, then selecting Print. Alternatively, you can save the report as a PDF if you would prefer an electronic copy of the report. If you have difficulties while printing the report tables, please access the link in the Module 4 manual for guidance. The third and final step is to review the report tables. The report tables that you will see on the next slides were produced through analysis and intermediate calculations that are run inside the Excel database file using the data you entered. We will go through the tables in detail so that you may understand what each of them represent and how the data is presented. Please note that there are 3 sections of tables, but not all of the tables you will have in the Excel worksheet are present in this webinar. I will be going over just a few of the tables within each section instead of going over every table. Section 1 is demographics, Section 2 is alcohol use, and Section 3 is prescription drug misuse. After printing or saving as a PDF, review the tables so you are familiar with the results shown. This table, Table 1.1 County, will be the first table you will see on the tables worksheet. This table is part of the demographics section because the table number starts with A1. Table 1.1 will list all counties in Ohio to provide a fair representation throughout the state. It is likely that you will not have numerical values for all of these counties, and that is okay. You can see that the county names are presented on the left and their respective frequencies are presented on the right. For example, 4 individuals listed Clermont County as their county of residence, whereas 0 individuals listed Clinton County as their county of residence. Table 1.2, Age, will provide the mean, median, and standard deviation of all participant ages because age is a continuous variable. Table 1.3, Gender, will show frequencies and percentages for those who chose one of the 3 possible gender response options. Please note that the majority of the report tables will be in this format. This format lists the possible choices, then the frequencies and percentages for each of the choices. These 2 tables are also part of the demographics section, as denoted by the one at the beginning of their table numbers. Table 2.1, 30-day use, will show frequencies and percentages for all possible response options related to alcohol 30-day use. This table is part of the alcohol section, section number 2, as denoted by the 2 at the beginning of the table number. Table 2.2a and Table 2.2b will show the exact same data but in 2 different formats. Table 2.2a shows frequencies and percentages for all single response options related to 30-day binge drinking. This format follows the Ohio MOS reporting guidelines. Table 2.2b shows frequencies for the same data but on a dichotomous scale. This format follows SAMHSA reporting guidelines. Table 3.1, 30-day use, will show frequencies and percentage for all possible response options related to 30-day non-prescription drug misuse. This table is part of the prescription drug misuse section, section number 3, as denoted by the 3 at the beginning of the table number. Table 3.2a and Table 3.2b will show the exact same data but in 2 different formats. Table 2.3a shows frequencies and percentages for all single response options related to perceptions of disapproval. This format follows Ohio MOS reporting guidelines. Table 3.2b shows frequencies for the same data but on a dichotomous scale. This format follows SAMHSA reporting guidelines. Important. The tables illustrated on the last few slides are not all of the tables that will be present in the tables worksheet. These tables today were used in the webinar to give you a general idea of the different types of tables you will see. Once you have printed your report and carefully reviewed all of the results, here are some recommendations for interpreting the results. First, summarize it. Consider making graphics to go with the numerical data in the tables. For example, creating a bar graph to illustrate the frequency of those who chose male, female, or transgender for question 3. Follow the link below or find the link in the Module 4 manual for more information on how to create figures in Excel. Second, compare it. Ask yourself, what can I do to compare the data I have collected to other needs assessments? Does your community have a local health assessment that you can compare the results to? How does your data compare to the state of Ohio? It may be helpful to reference the link below, which can also be found in the Module 4 manual. This site offers demonstrations to help navigate data and contains the Ohio Department of Health Data Warehouse. Just simply visit the site and click on Mental Health, Behavioral Health. In addition to summarizing and comparing, share it. Share the results with your coalition and ask the following questions. What surprises you? What are areas of concern? How can we tell the work we are doing is making a difference? And lastly, track it over time. Plan for your next implementation. It's always helpful to see data trended over time. Thank you for your time today as we went through Module 4, reporting the results. This module was designed to help you understand how to open, print, and review the report tables that are automatically generated from your entered data. Feel free to watch this webinar again or consult the Module 4 manual at any time to refresh your memory. Congratulations on completing all of the instructional webinars for the Young Adult Community Member Survey.